I'm just super excited. So um, first, just tell people because I want to promote your book. I want to do a lot of things, the things that you've been writing about and doing in Nigeria. A lot of people
Okay.
just don't know what's going on. So tell us about what you're doing as a naturopath doctor in Nigeria. Let's go.
Okay, so my name is Perfecta Sour, and okay, so I am a naturopath and an acupuncturist. Okay, so for starters, I help people journey through a pain-free life,
Yes.
harnessing the self-healing capabilities of their bodies. So I believe in whole being and wellness. You know how the body can be treated to avoid diseases, how the body can be taken care of. So, and that goes down to your diet, how you live in tune with nature, how you understand these basic laws. So it's something that I have tried for myself, and it has been successful. So I have tried to live. I have no. I'm not trying basically. I am living in tune with nature, trying to create a balance between work, life, and everything. Understanding basics of eating right and what to eat and what not to eat, what to do, what not to do, to get the energy, the body energy flowing well, so that you don't get a stagnation or sort like that. So I am trying to help people get better health wise, like telling them better things to do, treating them. So I treat people, I teach people on how to live healthy. That's what I do in summary.
So tell us about the health of people in Nigeria. Tell us about how that's going in the clinic.
Okay, so the health of people in Nigeria generally is still a bit let's say unbalanced. That's the word.
Yeah.
So people are constantly going in and out of balance, and I think that's also due to the way our country is perceived. I mean, in terms of like work and all that. So they see that's something to put up with, as in normal traffic or stuff like that. So people don't tend to get the most out of their day because of these activities, this lifestyle, this hectic lifestyle that deteriorates their health. So most times when they come into the clinic, they're either feeling there's either an emotional imbalance or something psychologically, or that then results into the physical symptom that they feel. So most times when people come in and then they start complaining of I constantly have headache, or I constantly have or I don't sleep, I'm suffering from insomnia and all that. And then when you talk to them down to the to understanding the root of why they have such patterns, it's simple as some of their emotional needs that they are not basically answering, they're not paying attention to, and it's causing this major imbalance within everything that is going on with them, that is now expressing itself physically, the symptom or pain that they suffer from. So I think that what they really need, or what they might really need, is someone to teach them, to put them on right on how to understand, like understanding the basics of journeying through life daily. Like they don't have to look towards I want to get healthy for the next 10 years. They just have to like think about being healthy per day. So if they can sustain and do this thing today, I can get like the most out of my energy. I know what to do when, I know when to do it per day. They can sustain that, and then days turns to weeks, turns to years, and you see that you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're getting the most out of your health. So basically, that is one of the loopholes they have with their health.
One of the things you said about it's the balance. It's the balance of health that people just don't get that day to day. They keep working so hard. So how's here in the United States, people don't know what Nigeria looks like. People don't even care about, but we are all connected to this level of work and happiness and joy. And so they just don't see themselves as Nigerians, but we're all collective human beings on this planet, and we can't all work ourselves to death.
Yeah.
So, is education with health, natural health, is it growing in Nigeria?
Yeah, I think to an extent it's growing. People after the COVID-19 and the whole pandemic that happened, people are beginning to be more aware about natural or herbal or natural ways to take care of themselves, because then they had to start paying attention to how to boost their immunities and all that stuff. So I feel like the pandemic brought about a certain maybe visibility into what natural medicine is all about and how it can help. Alternative medicine in general, I'll put it that way.
What's some of those things that people just don't seem to get? Is it just about being happy and understanding? Don't sweat the small stuff.
Okay, so I think what they don't just seem to understand is that you okay, so life is, oh no, let me put it this way. What they don't get is that healing in the sense that healing is not something that is done to you, but it's done in collaboration with you. So every time they always want to, they want a quick fix. So I have headache, I can take this to quickly fix that. I have, I mean, I'm suffering from maybe chest pain, I can take this to fix that. But they don't understand that it's not just about the immediate, maybe relief you get from fixing that symptom that you get. There's always something that is on the line that is happening down within that you need to pay attention to. And that's what you need to pay attention to heal. So you need to actually work with the practitioner and yourself to figure out how healing can be done to you, like in total. So what's wrong with you, how you can help yourself heal, and how you can help practitioner help you heal. So basically, they always want like a quick fix and all that, but they need to get more educated that the power lies within them, and then they need to harness it.
And that's key. The power lies within you, and you working with the practitioner. Now, I just have to tell you, I'm so proud of the work you've been doing in Nigeria for being a naturopathic practitioner and writing. You're working on a book. You did your book recently. I'm so excited about that. So tell us about that book.
Okay, so the book is Menstrual Pain, Knowing Your Triggers and How to Ease It. So personally, I had to suffer from dysmenorrhea for like, I mean, years. That was one of the constant, it was the most, I think, health issue that I had to suffer from. So I was constantly, every month, going through severe pain. And for me, I never knew that for a woman, your period is like a monthly report on how
Yeah.
your overall health is doing. So if you keep on suffering from pain like monthly, and that means to tell you that down to the subconscious level, something is wrong somewhere that you're not paying attention to. So I had to start by paying attention to myself, what might be wrong down that I'm not paying attention to. That is physically resulting as pain constantly. So having fixed that, I figured out that there's so many females, so many women around that keep on like suffering from this same period pain. They don't get it, they don't just seem to understand it. So I took myself as the case study to help them understand what has worked for me, what I have had to understand, because it's knowing your triggers. So yes, stress is obviously a trigger. Yes, your diet is a trigger, but it doesn't work the same. No two persons have the same patterns or the same triggers. So it's basically working with you to know what is wrong with the way you live, the way you perceive health, and help you figure it out so that you can then ease it. Because I'm not promising you is if you can't figure out what is wrong with you. If we can't help you figure out what is wrong with you, that would then bring about that ease. It's about knowing. So I had to target menstrual pain, knowing your triggers and how to ease it rather. So
So
I wrote that, and then I've helped people figure out themselves, and then they've been getting better.
yeah, and when it comes to women and their bleeding and their period, that triggers are important. It lets you know a lot of signs and signals of what your body's telling you.
Yeah.
Was it tough for women to understand that part? In the clinic as you were teaching them.
Okay, initially they just thought that it was one of the normal, like okay, like normal headache. I just get headache once in a while. So people didn't know that period pain or is actually not normal. You know, for me, I actually thought it was a normal thing because average percent of people feel like, oh, we just go about with period pain and then it's nothing, comes, goes, comes, goes. But they didn't. What they were not educated about was that it's actually something that needs attention. It is something that actually needs attention. And then if you can fix that, you must have fixed like major part of your health issues.
Because
Because if you imagine you tend to feel pain every month, then that means something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong.
so with how many clinics are in the area where you are in Nigeria? How many clinics? How many people you're serving? You're serving like several hundred, several thousands of people in your community.
Yeah. Well, for now, I am not really serving thousands of people. So I do like a community stuff where I just educate people. I have a platform. I have a website where I blog posts and the like. So I tend to educate people like timely that. I don't have a personal clinic myself,
Right, right.
but I yeah. So but I work with a professor and then another doctor of alternative medicine, where I tend to attend to people in their space. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do for now. So that I think that's like limiting because I have to get my own time in their whole schedule and all of that so that I can fit into that. So I have not really gotten to a bigger like a larger audience rather, but I'm building that through my social media account and so they can teach more people on how to live better healthy.
We got to get you a building. We got to get you built a building built for you. That's what we need to do. You know, a nice, beautiful, perfected naturopathic building in Nigeria, so you can because more people need you there. And
Yeah.
how is the pandemic? How is that treating? How's it treating you in New York?
Well, it's been it. We've been out for months now.
Okay.
It's not really as serious as it was. It's okay. It's fine. Everyone like goes out and all that. So it's not really as bad as it was when we first got into the whole pandemic.
See, we're back on the rise again here.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot more people are getting it. So how did you? So you guys are not seeing any new cases at all?
Not really. Not really. Although they just tend to up the numbers like one or two, three cases recorded. But I think with the rate at which they're recorded cases and the rate at which people recover from them, the rate of recovery is higher than the the rate of the new cases. So I think it's under control basically.
Okay, okay. I mean, are people like I know you're talking to me without the mask, but do people wear masks majority of the time? Or are they mask or no mask? How is that working there?
Oh well, yeah, we do wear masks into buildings. You don't go in there without. Because I'm in church. I actually came out from church, so
Right, right.
yeah.
Well, I know we're going to be working. We're going to start writing a book together on the body, and I'm excited about that. We're going to be writing some chapters about the connection between our nervous system and
Okay.
how stress affects the body's health. That's what we're going to
Okay.
work on. Yeah, because there's health in the United States and there's health in Nigeria, and there's a connection there with work and balance, work, love, life, and balance.
Yeah.
What else can we? You know, one of the things was it tough for you to think about like why did you get into being a naturopath? Like what
Oh,
drove
I
you there?
Well, I think it was self-driven. Like it was for me. Growing up, I always felt ill repeatedly, actually. So it's either I'm battling with this or I'm battling with that. You know, at the point in my life, people really always ask if I was a sickle cell, like if I had the sickle cell. Yeah. And I'm like, I am fine. I have to like keep reminding them. Like I'll tell them my genotype and my blood group like continuously to just clear the air that I don't know why I keep falling sick. As at then, I didn't know why I kept falling sick. So it's either I'm rushed to the hospital for this or I'm taking injections for that and all that. So at a point in my life, I got tired of temporary relief because
Yeah.
I literally had to get injections for menstrual pain monthly to feel better.
Wow.
I was injected for menstrual. Yeah, that's how bad it was. And I got tired. My mom told me she was not going to put up with me taking injections for menstrual pain again. And at that point, I needed to start asking myself questions like, so I noticed that whenever I go to the clinic, nobody always, there's no practitioner or no doctor rather ever asked me what is wrong with you, how do you do it, how do you just like I have stomachache, okay, take this medication, take that medication. And so I needed to start, I had to start reading about it myself. No one asked me what do you eat. the nutritional aspect of it? What's your lifestyle like? The stress aspect of it? What nobody asked me those basic questions. And so I started to ask myself, I started to figure out, get answers for those questions. Instead of that, me just wanting to be healthy for myself, me just getting tired of it temporarily, me just wanting to do better for my health. And then after over time, I figured out this happens not to just only, but it spreads around to everyone. So I took it upon myself to enlighten more people so that they can get better. If I can get better, then they can get better because they can do it also. It's just a basic foundation towards health. And then you literally be living on the right path. So it was for me, it started with me, but now it's more than just me. It's spreading out to everyone.
Right. And that's funny because most people think people get into helping others is about helping themselves. It's more than ourselves. It's about helping others more than ourselves and serving a community. And it's so blessed that you're there. And I'm so happy that we've connected for a long time now. And that's why I'm excited to start this new book process with the nervous system and what you call sadness or health in the body, because people need to understand their connection to our environment.
Yeah.
Well, I won't keep you too long because you're in church. How long are you gonna stay in church? Are you going back in?
Nah, I just came outside. We just ended service, but I didn't get so much time to go back home before the call. So I just came out like to get up.
So it's because I have the sickle cell trait, and so does the majority of people in Nigeria have sickle cell still, or they still
Yeah,
are affected? They are.
yeah, they are. Yeah, but I think right now people are more aware of why they shouldn't get married if they both careers and all that stuff. But before, I'm not sure they were so aware. That's why we have people in my generation that still carry sickle cell anemia.
And so, do a lot of people get blood? Is there like a blood drive?
Transfusion.
Yes.
Yes, they do. I have friends that are constantly still transfused because of the crisis that they occur. And then I think some of them are having problems with their femur. I just got to hear about that, so I've not really spoken to her in details about what's wrong. So I think it's beginning to affect them. They have degeneration or something like that. So she was telling me, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was really giving me the. She was trying to explain what was going on with her right now. So I've not really gotten the full story of that, but people actually suffer from crisis and then they get transfused.
My granddaughter we just found out recently, one of my granddaughters just has the trait too, the sickle cell trait. And I know we need to do more blood drives here in the United States for African Americans to get that blood so we can have that for sickle cell transfusions and people who get attacked by sickle cell. We need to bring more awareness here in the United States. That's definitely true.
Oh, I think the awareness also needs to be here because people just think they have to go for a bone marrow stuff, and I think it's really costly for them.
Yeah, it is. It does cost a lot of money, and to help with that transfusion and stuff like that. Um, I'm looking, like I said, we're going to do more of this. I know we used to have some problems with our connection because of the Wi-Fi and all that stuff. But this is great. I won't keep you too long. I'm so blessed to have you as a friend, Perfecta. And
Thank you,
I'm glad we talk often, but this is more people can get to see your beautiful face and get to pick up more about your writings and and the book that you just put out. And where can they get the book? Do they contact you?
Yeah, it's on my site, on my website. So it's still an ebook for now because
Yeah.
I just really wanted to just help people. So I didn't really write so much, but it is written in such a way that everyone can grasp and understand. So it's an ebook, so they just go to my website, they pay for it, and then they download it, so they read it. And if they have any questions, they contact me. My details are on the book. They contact me, and then we talk about how I can help them get better, or if they can, if anything they have at all, any problem they have at all, it's on my website. You just download it.
Well, you're going to have to give people the website name and let me type it in here. What's the website's name?
RenomaHolisticHealth.com. RENOMA.
Hold on, slow down. Say again.
I said renomaholistic.health.com.
Okay.
RENOMA holistichealth.com.
I don't know why. Here, text it to me so I can put it in the messenger so I can get it right now, and then I can yeah,
Okay.
yeah, text it to me now so I can type it in.
Okay. I sent it.
Okay, I see it. Okay, RENOMA
Hey.
holistic.com. Perfect. Yeah, Renoma, RENOO. I gotta correct that. I love technology, but let's see. RENO. I put too many O's. Perfect, perfect. There you go. So, yep, I got it up. Now people can see and have your the website on there, and they can get your book, an ebook. We'll be talking to you later. I just want to say thank you so much, Perfecta. If anyone has any questions, they can always contact me on Bridges Live. I'm Dr. Paul, and we're talking to the naturopathic practitioner, Perfecta. She lives in Nigeria. She's been doing this for several years now. We've been friends for several years now, and I'm just so happy to have her on my team as a doctor out in Nigeria helping people and save lives, because as we educate more people, we save lives. So thank you so much, Perfecta.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I will talk to you later.
All right. Thank you.
One of the things we have to make sure that we do as people is that we must reach out to all of our like-minded people in the world, because we are all in different corners of the world doing what we can to help what we can with what we can. And as long as we think more about others and more of ourselves, we live in a better world. We do. We live in a greater world. We live in a cleaner world. And we live in a world that we can support each other, help each other, and most important of all, love each other. So I hope you like the show. Like, share. If you have any questions about natural health and what Perfecta was talking about, just give me a call. And I